Hello, we are going to go through the cell model stuff today. We have in the bag two little baggies of doodads. One is pasta, I'll put that one in a second, and the other is a thing of doodaddies, like lots of little beans and stuff. You may want to put these on a plate so they don't go zipping around, or in a bowl. I'm going to put them on a plate. In my bag. Pour out the doodaddies. Oops, they're still going everywhere. Goodness. I can show you my video. Oops. I'll get there in a second. All over. Okay, so here is my plate of all kinds of little things, some beans, and I don't know what these are, little things. These are little tiny seashells. Mr. Barber has a bag of like 3 pounds of these, so I threw those in. Okay, so that's gonna go over here. The other thing is the pasta. We need to cook this so that it is, so that it will be soft. So I'm gonna pour it in this bowl and go and cook it. Pour some water in. Must have water. See all this. I'm going to pause while I cook this, and you all will see it when I come back from cooking it. Make sure you put water in it. Okay, I'm back with my slightly softened pasta in very hot water here. So I'm going to let this cool for a bit. I won't need it for a while. Other things that I have my packet. We're going to need the second to last page, the one that says 3D model of a cell. And you need a picture of the cell. You can use one on your computer while you do this. I can't because I'm filming this. So I pulled out a book. So I'm going to use this picture in the book. You can use any of the pictures on the computer. Okay, so the first thing you do, find a picture of cell online that has organelles labeled. Watch the video instructions of the model before you begin. That's me. Build your 3D model of cell recording, which you use for each organelle below. So we have these things. We have pasta in different shapes. We've got different colors of Play-Doh, which of course we can mix together if I want some colors other than these. And if you have other Play-Doh at home that you can add in, feel free to use it. Build your 3D model of the cell recording, which you used for each organelle below. Where'd my video go? And ball up the cell and cut. Okay, we're gonna build our 3D model of the cell. So we have to choose type of plant cell, plant or animal. I'm going to go ahead and do a plant cell because it's a little bit more complicated. And write that down. And here we have a list of the organelles in the cell. It looks like, and so I look at this, I'm like, oh, it looks like a big round ball, or it looks like a bunch of floppy balloons, or it looks like a green thing with pancakes in it, or a red thing with mazes. And so then I get used to looking at the diagram if I explain what it is. And then where is it located? So like the Golgi body is always near the outside and the nucleus is always in the center. The endoplasmic reticulum is around. So you could fill this out first and then do this key for your cell, or you could do it one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and fill this out. So the ribosome to me looks like little balls. Sorry, that's probably not what I should be saying in middle school. And most of them are on the endoplasmic reticulum. So that's where I find those are few in the cell. Okay, the endoplasmic reticulum, that looks like a maze to me, and that is located all around the nucleus. And I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of this out. You can figure out your own answers to these. I'm going to go ahead and fill this out off camera. Okay, I have my answers of what everything looks like and where it's located. I'm still going to need to use this picture, which is here. I'm still going to want to use that. to help guide me. I'm going to tilt this down to be on the table. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to create the cytoplasm, which is the same material as the cell membrane. And you do that by making a pancake of the color that's the most. We gave you either a big container of Play-Doh or 2 of the same color. Actually, one of the little containers is enough, but you pretty much have to use all of it. This is not the softest Play-Doh. This is the Dollar Tree Play-Doh. Okay. You're going to want to make a pancake with about half of it. If you need to use your other Play-Doh color, that is fine. Wow, this is tough. Okay, because I'm the teacher and have to make this, I went and got more Play-Doh. You'll have to use what you have. I really think one of these small containers is enough. So you make a small sort of a ball, the size of like a super ball, and then you flatten it out. I highly recommend using your fingers. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It does have to be pretty flat because of what we're going to do with it later. So you don't want it super thin where you can start to see light coming through, but you do want it thin so that there's not big sort of chunks of it. So, and I wouldn't recommend just slamming it on the table because then it might stick. It is satisfying though. Okay, so this is going to be your cytoplasm. If you're going to do a cell wall, it needs to be on the outside. Now I'm going to use the green, not because it's a plant cell and it has to be green, but just because it's a really different color than this. And these colors are kind of similar. And we want the cell wall to be a color that's really different so that it stands out. Those are kind of, I don't like the similarities of those colors. So to make your cell wall, you make another thin pancake and put it underneath. Because when we fold this up, cell all up, it'll become the outer layer. So this side of the pancake, the lower side is going to be the cell membrane. If you choose to do an animal cell, all you need is a cell membrane. The plant cell has a cell membrane and a cell wall, so we need two pancakes, 2 layers when we fold it up, because it has 2 layers. It has a cell membrane and cell wall. They don't have to perfectly match, but okay. So then when we fold it in, this will be on the outside, that's our cell wall. This will be on the inside, that's our cell membrane. These 2 colors need to go in our key. So for our cell wall, I'm going to write down green Play-Doh. And for my cell membrane and cytoplasm, same material as the cell membrane, same material as cytoplasm, I'm going to write red Play-Doh for both of those. Okay, the nucleus is going to be the first thing because that's the biggest thing in most cells. So I'm going to make a ball of 1 color of Play-Doh and just put that in the center. And I'm using this sad, hard little Play-Doh. It's okay. And again, these things are the only flat things. Everything else is going to stick up. So the nucleus, I used orange Play-Doh. Now I need to build, I think the next thing coming out is the endoplasmic reticulum. I could use pasta for that. Let's bring in some new things. I'm gonna dig in here. Slippery little booger. You can break the pieces of pasta apart so that they are in pieces. That's why we didn't give you very much. And I'm gonna put this just kind of all around my cell. You can use whatever you want. You can use a different color Play-Doh. The one thing is you don't want to use 1 color of Play-Doh more than once. So if you want to use a different color, the same color Play-Doh, maybe mix it, because you can mix colors of Play-Doh together and get new colors. So I can mix a little bit of red. I'm going to want my green, I think, for my chloroplast since they are green. You know what, actually, I'm going to make a new color. Okay, so that's my endoplasmic reticulum. For a plant cell, I need a large vacuole kind of off in the corner here. I'm going to use this color mixed together. I might use some of these little tiny peas as my ribosomes. Okay, but the thing is, as I do this, I need to write it down. So I'm going to pause. I don't want you to make your cell exactly like mine. I want you to make your own. I'm going to pause and build my cell. And when we come back, I'll have my cell made with everything written down here. And we'll go from there. Okay, here is my cell. You might not know what everything is, and yours is going to look different, but I do because I have my key. So I know this is a nucleus, this is my vacuole. I only have one mitochondria because I only have one red bean. That's okay. My chloroplasts are white beans. They're not green, but that's okay. This is my Golgi body endoplasmic reticulum. The white and orange ones are my ribosomes. The green ones are my lysosomes. And that's my list. Okay, the next part is kind of the tricky part, but also the fun part. So you also have in your bag, you have a set of instructions, which you should read before you start, but the video is one of those things. And then also on that page, you have a piece of dental floss. So you're gonna want to take that off. And that's gonna come in handy in just a moment. We'll put that over to the side here. Okay. Put my Play-Doh away to clear up some space. Clear my sweet. Okay, so then this is the tricky bit, and this is where I often have to help kids in class, but you're just gonna have to make do. You're gonna pick up your whole pancake. Things are gonna roll around, that's okay. Try to keep them as best you can. And then you're just gonna fold it in on itself. Cells have organelles filling the entire space, and where there's not organelles filling that space, there's cytoplasm. So this red dough is going to be the cytoplasm. So cell membrane on the outside is the cytoplasm. It's a filler on the inside. So we're going to try to fold it all up, and it's kind of like making a wonton or a dumpling. I realize I got some cytoplasm sticking out here. So I'm going to try to fold my cell wall over it. Oh, it looks like a sleeping caterpillar. My cell is a plant cell. So I'm going to just try to shape it out to be kind of a rectangle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Try to make sure that where you folded it all in, you seal it pretty well, because you don't want things busting out. If it's an animal cell, you can certainly keep it, I feel like there's air in there still. You can certainly keep it round. I've never felt like one's a balloon before. Mine feels kind of balloony. So there's my plant cell. The point behind this activity is to realize that cells are not flat the way we see them in microscopes. They are 3D. They are structures that have stuff in them, just like this is. There's a bunch of stuff in here. I can feel it wiggling around. This is a model of a cell. Okay, but Ms. Wee, we can't see anything now. Like everything we just did, it's hidden. So that's where the dental floss comes in. This is my favorite part. So you're going to pick an angle to aim at. I could cut it, well, when it's a plant cell, it's not so obvious. When it's pretty obvious which direction to cut it. If it's an animal cell, you just kind of pick a side of the circle. But you're going to take your dental floss, you're going to hold it on either end so that you have kind of a loop. You're going to put the loop on one end of the cell, and then you're going to pull it through. And it might hit some hard stuff because you have some hard stuff in there, right? It'll just go around it if it does. It'll just go around it. So you pull it gently through. And then, like opening a geode. Ta-da! So that's my cross section of a cell. I can't see everything because there's some things hidden behind the nucleus, for instance. That would be normal. When we look at the diagram in the book, that's not really normal to be able to see all parts of the cell because that's a diagram, so we can see it. But I can see my vacuole over here. I can see if I look down in and around. Oops, you can't see. Sorry. I can see my vacuole here because I know what color it is. This is my endoplasmic reticulum down here. These are some chloroplasts, and I see some ribosomes hiding now. I can look down in here. So that's pretty cool. Now what you do, the process is the important part here, to really take a good look at the cell and just have more of a hands-on connection to how it's built. But if you want to keep it, because I think it's pretty cool, you can certainly just let it dry. It'll take a few days for all the Play-Doh to dry, and then you have your model of a cell. Or you can take it apart and use the Play-Doh for other things. But before you do that, take a picture of this, and your key. Take a picture of these things. In fact, you can put it here if you want, and take a picture with your computer and send it to me. This is your final product, the cells and this. It doesn't matter how good this comes out, really, because that's just kind of luck. but I want to see the two things together. So use your computer or your phone to take a picture of it, send it to me, and hope you had fun.